Hey YouTube, Matches 860. Smoking the Duca Carlo with Haunted Bookshop. Out in the woods at Tunxus Mead Park. Another one of my favorite places. Doing a video response to Eddie Gray. Eddie, I don't want to enter the contest, but the subject matter was irresistible. Eddie wanted to know what music we listened to that we kept going back to. I could talk for hours probably. Music's always been an important part of my life. I was lucky enough when I first started getting interested, listening to the radio, was around the time of the British invasion. Early 60s. The Beatles, Rolling Stones. Music went crazy. And there was just so much good music back then. I think between 66 and 68. Whenever I hear a song from those years, I can tell you exactly where I was, what I was doing when I heard it. A lot of the stories that I tell, when I'm developing them for a video, music is in the back of my mind because it helps me remember. In hindsight, as much as I love that music, it was extremely one-dimensional. There were always like 3 verses, a chorus, 3 verses, a chorus, maybe 3 more verses, and 1 last chorus that was the end. Usually told a very quick story. It was almost like just a snapshot of something. In 1971, my first year of high school, the band Yes released their first album. And around Boston, they played 2 cuts off of that album. I don't remember which one I heard first, but I fell in love with them. There was something about that music. It didn't have the structure of the 60s music. The lyrics were kind of nondescript. It was a kind of a cross between rock and symphony. You could make the music be whatever you wanted it to be at the time. If you were in a bad mood, it could lift you up. If you were in a good mood, it held you stable. Found it really exciting. I bought up the next 3 albums. Fragile, Close to the Edge, Tales from Topographic Oceans came out, and what an album that was. Chris Squire, who was the bassist, took bass playing to a whole new level. In the 60s, if you were able to hear the bass guitar, usually just give a thump, thump, thumpty-dump going along with the music. Chris Squire managed to make the bass guitar as important as the lead guitar or the drums. He almost played his own music, and yet it fit in perfectly with whatever the song was. So yes, carried me through college, into adulthood, and during the transition from albums to cassettes, all of my music kind of got lost in the sauce. Plus I was becoming busier and busier, and the radio station I was listening to was an oldies station, but they concentrated on the 80s, which I can take it or leave it. When CDs came out, I kind of waited for a while because I thought maybe there was going to be a transition to something else. One day I went out and bought my first Yes CD. I think it was the original Yes album. I eventually bought up the others, and that's still my favorite music to this day. So that's my music history in a nutshell, Eddie. Thanks an awful lot for watching. Have a great day.